Um, First of all, I would like to apologize because I was caught up in the jam just now. Just a few minutes late. Don't worry, I'll be here. I am here, actually. And I'd like to welcome to all participants for the Digital Education Show Asia 2014. And today I'm standing here to present a kind of study, a kind of reflection, a kind of start of a discussion about thinking inside the box and towards a creative organization. This is an Institut Aminuddin Baki's experience. That's where I'm working. For those who know Institut Aminuddin Baki, you will know that we are an institute to train headmasters and principals. But for those who don't know about us, please give me a few minutes to present to you, to explain to you about my organization. And you might wonder, who is Aminuddin Baki? So that is the guy. That is Mr. Aminuddin Baki. And he was the education advisor in, it was Federation of Malaya, I think. Long time ago, from 1926, passed away in 1965. And many changes happened during his time. So to honor him, we name our institute on his name. And for your information, there is a secondary school in Kuala Lumpur that bears his name. We are a training wing under the Ministry of Education of Malaysia. Our client, we cater for school principals, headmasters, state and district education officers, ministry officers, senior teachers, and global clients. We have clients from Afghanistan, Australia, Uzbekistan, and other places. They come all over to visit us, especially when they come to Malaysia, they will ask, we want to go to IAB. We conduct National Professional Qualification of Educational Leader, or NPQEL for would-be leaders. And for your information, recently it has been made compulsory for head teachers and principals to have this certificate, NPQEL certificate, for promotion to become principal or headmasters. Other programs we do include strategic management, blue ocean strategy, ICT, school finance management, action research for leaders, and change management. We are located at Genting Highlands, which is about 50 kilometers from the capital, Kuala Lumpur. And recently we have moved to Banda Ansted, which is near Seremban. So that is about us, Institut Aminuddin Baki. But today I'm going to talk about our experience in being a creative organization. But first, a few important clarifications, because I realize that there are many misconceptions about a few things. So I'll be talking about three things, which is thinking outside the box, the concept of creativity, and the concept of innovative. First one, think outside the box. Now this concept was made known by a man called John Adair in 1969. He made popular the concept of thinking outside the box. And one of his puzzles, he have written a lot of puzzle for people to do, especially for organization in corporate sectors and everything, is the 9 dots puzzle. If you want to try this, you can see whether you are thinking inside or outside the box. Now the task for you is to connect the dots by drawing 4 straight continuous lines that pass through each of the 9 dots and never lifting the pencil from the paper. That's your task. So you have 9 dots. You have to connect all the dots without lifting the pencil. So this task was given to staff in an organization, in a corporate company. And they do many variation of the solution. They did like this. So they try to connect, but this is wrong because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only need 4. Was it? 4 straight. 4 straight line. So there's 5 lines there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but you're not connecting the dot, the second one. And the solution is this. This is the solution. Can you see that the lines are going out of the dot? And if you go out of the dot, then you can solve this problem. For those who did this, they are thinking inside the box, and those who got this are thinking outside the box. Inside, outside. The dots represent the box. So according to Wikipedia, to think outside the box is to think differently, unconventionally, or from a new perspective. This phrase often refers to novel or creative thinking. Now, if you want to free ourselves to think creatively, there could be no walls, no barrier, no rules or constriction of any kind. This is said by Schneck in 2007. So Schneck is saying, if you want to be creative, there will be no barrier, no restriction, no rules whatsoever. You let your mind go free, then you can be creative. Well, I beg to differ. But the question that always crept to my mind is, what exactly is the box? What is the box? You know, you keep saying, think outside the box. But what is the representation of the box? What is the box? And does the box move or change the size? You know, many sleepless nights, I keep thinking about this and say, what is the box? What is the box? And then suddenly it realized to me that the box is, for example, relationship, friendship, marriage, career, jobs, responsibility, age. How old are you? If you are 20 years old, you are that box, you can do such a thing. But if you are 50 years old, then you're a different box. Finance, how much wealth do we have? How much money do we have? If you are rich, then we can do this amount of things. So that is your box. Community, laws, rules, regulation, and religion, duties and restriction. These are the boxes that they've been saying. So when they say think outside the box, you have to think beyond this restriction. No walls, no rules. This is very important, no rules. We'll see afterwards, because no rules connotes very different. We'll see afterwards. And I also realized that it's not the box that matters, but it's the decision. The box doesn't matter. The restriction, the wall, the rules are always be there, will always be there. And it can change sizes. If you are in Malaysia, the box is this size. If you go to UK, the box is this size. If you go to America, this box is that size. So we adapt to the boxes. The boxes move and change. The box is always there, but how do we solve our problem determine how creative we are. So the box change size, right? The box change size. But how do we solve the problem within the box? Inside, outside, inside. And after a few studies, a few discussions with the teachers at the schools, I realized that you can also be creative inside the box. It's not necessarily outside the box. You can be creative inside the box. And the box creates an environment for us to be creative. Something to think about. Maybe you can have your own opinion afterwards. So, after the study that I did, I will talk about the study afterwards. After the study that I did, that I found out that, especially in Malaysia, this is a Malaysian context, thinking outside the box connotes unethical behavior, breaking the law, against the rule, not according to the norms. If you think inside the box, then you're being ethical, creative, and innovative. All right? So in Malaysia, I'm not sure about in other countries, but I did a study here in Malaysia, and I found that thinking outside the box connotes unethical behavior. All right. Now, the second concept that a lot of people have misconception about are two: creativity or innovative. Right? Creativity and innovative. Now, if you look at the picture, which one do you think are creative and which one do you think are innovative? Now, the first one is a painting by a local painter, Latif Mohidin. The second one is a personal computer. The third one is Mona Lisa, the painting. Number 4 is a smartphone. Number 5 is a painting by Van Gogh, the sunflower. And number 6 is the punch card machine where the staff punch their cards to start their work. Now, which one, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of all these do you think are creative? And which one of these are innovative? If your answer for creativity is 1, 3, and 5, then you are right. And 2, 4, and 6 are innovative. What's the difference between the two? I mean, people it's been a cliche now. You are creative, you must be creative, you must be innovative. But do you know the difference between creative and innovative? What is creativity? Well, according to Ahmed and Shepard, it means it's a process of creating something new. Create something new out of nothing. Somebody have invented the wheel, but you're not going to invent another wheel. You're going to invent something new that somebody hasn't invented yet. So that's creativity. If you look at the painting, nobody have done that. Somebody painted Mona Lisa and people to see. That is creativity. But what is innovative? Innovation consists of two: the creation of ideas or new product and the creation of value or function to that new idea or product. Value and function. A smartphone has a function which is for communication. A personal computer has a function. A punch card machine has a function. But a painting, does it have a function? Well, you can look at it, you can observe it, you can praise it, but does it have a function? Can it do things? So innovation and creativity differs in this matter. Now, according to Ahmad and Shepard again, there are many kinds of innovation: social innovation, philosophical innovation, and political innovation. Now, this is an example of inside-the-box situation, the study that I did. This is inside-the-box thinking, all right? Due to lack of fund from the ministry, the school asked for donation from stakeholders. They just asked for donation. That is inside the box. When there's no computer in the school, the principal writes letter to corporate companies for computers. That's thinking inside the box. When there are many students caught smoking in the toilet, an open system toilet was implemented. It's not really open. I mean, there is a wall, but you can see if a student is smoking, then you can see the smoke coming up. A school implemented this, and it was a success. When information is distributed all over the school, a more centralized bulletin board is set up. All of these are inside the box. And when you think about thinking outside the box, especially in Malaysian schools, we always connect thinking outside the box with problem solving. Right? Problem solving. And searching for fun, handling of discipline problems, handling of staff problem, how to approach teaching and learning in class, and how to change to success. All of these are part of parcel of being a teacher and administrator in a school. So thinking inside or outside the box comes with these kind of solutions. And I did a study of 6 secondary school principals. Okay, they were interviewed and asked how they solve organizational problems. Without the restrictions, for example, no money, no computer, and whatsoever, they would be creative in their decision. They can be creative. They work inside the books or inside the rules and found funds for the school. That means they are working inside the box. If it's outside the box, then it will be non-ethical or breaking the law. Now, let me give you an example of outside the box. He said, no fund coming from the ministry. The principal took money from another allocation and used it for school activity. Outside the box. But is it ethical? No. Because the t-shirt cannot be sold, they are given as gift in the sports day. Well, some people, they might say, you cannot do this. But outside the box, unethical. To avoid bad reputation, low achievers are banned from enter-examination. Outside the box, non-ethical. To show that you are progressing, you change the examination marks. Outside the box, you are thinking outside the box. But is it morally wrong? Is it morally right? So I'm saying that thinking inside the box, when you think inside the box, you can also be creative. But this is what I found from the study. And at Institut Aminuddin Baki, or what we are fondly known throughout the world as IAB, at IAB, we trying to create an environment where innovation is nurtured and encouraged. Now, the important point is the leader, the director, the top management. That is the most important thing. If the leader has the vision and the mission, anything can happen. But if the leader are saying, I don't think that is important, then nothing will happen. And also, in IEB, we have done a lot of innovation. We have innovation awards, and these are the list that the innovation that IEB have done. We have many systems. Organization, they will outsource the system for other people to do. And when they want to do maintenance, they will call, say, please fix the system, we'll pay you something. But IB, no. We do it our own. We build it from scratch. So if anything happened to the system, then we'll fix it our own. We have, number 4, we have audit 5S, and then we have school program check tool, and then link filing. And then individual innovation, we have learning and collaboration at IB. This is online collaboration. You're using SMS and email for messages and notification for staff. Now, I remember about 2006, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we started to implement paperless organization using email. All the notification, meeting messages are using email. And at that moment, many staff, they don't like it. But after a few years, they see that there's a benefit in using email. So everybody is using email now. And now it's like everybody is using it. You know, innovation takes time. So what else? Knowledge sharing using YouTube and blogs. We have WordPress, etc. And then strategic career pathway. And then we have PCPAP. That's a system for assessment. And then we have talent profiling, TAP, and then telephone number database, PCOCM. All of these are innovation. Nobody have done it before. We have done it in IB. And if you look at IB innovation development, you can see that the change management happened there in the beginning, and then the policy, make sure it's a policy, and then the implementation. And then preparation of infrastructure, and then consider opportunity, divergent data collection. Divergents are collecting data from all sources. That means you collect data from this, many person. That is divergent. And then incubation. Incubation takes time. You let it steam for a while. Everybody knows about it. Everybody realize what's going on. And then you convergent decision making. That means you choose from the divergent. From all the data, you choose which one is the best. And then implementation. So this is IB innovation. Let me move on. And the conclusion is that thinking inside the box can also produce results. So if you hear, please think outside the box, don't think negatively about thinking inside the box. You can also be creative when you are thinking inside the box. Create teams to implement creative projects. All right? Teams are important. You can't do everything alone. So when you have teams, then you can implement projects. Thinking outside the box has risks attached to it. All right? Outside the box has risks. For example, we see the unethical behavior and whatever. Organizational leader act as catalyst for change. Without the leader, nothing can happen. Even though implement something, it might go on, and then after a few years, when the leaders goes out from the organization, there goes the project. Integrate technology into organizational tasks. Now, this is one important thing. When you want to implement ICT project or anything, make sure it's not a burden to the teacher, because the teachers have a lot of things to do. So when you integrate something in their job or in their task of work, then it would be very, very smooth for the teacher to accept. And then lastly, reward staff for creative projects. Reward and punishment. You know, if people don't get rewards for what they have done, they will say, what for? I don't want to do it again. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much. I open for question and answers session. Thank you.
Yep. So now is the Q&A session. Is there anyone have any questions for Mr. Hamidon? You can raise up your hands and I will just hand you the mic. Anyone? Don't be shy. No?
Yes, one question.
Yes?
Yeah.
People always talk about thinking outside the box.
Yes.
But you propose thinking inside the box.
Yes.
It's like they have something that you can innovate from the thinking inside the box. Why inside the box?
Well, as my presentation have shown just now, you can also be creative when you're thinking inside the box. The box doesn't matter. The box are restrictions. The box are restriction, rules and regulation. You know, in my study, I found out from 9 headmasters and principals, I found out that they are creative without thinking outside the box. So what is so important about thinking outside the box? You can also think inside the box. You can also be creative inside the box. It's not the box that matters. It's how you think. The box are just restriction, rules. It's just another way to say, break the rule. Go break the rule. It's another way of saying, break the rules. Isn't it? You agree? But, you know, when you're thinking creatively, you're creating something new. Can you think that? Can you create something new inside the box? Yes, you can, right? Does that answer your question, sir?
Normally, outside the box something innovate, but inside the box it look normal. You see? I don't know. There's people perspective, right?
This is one of the misconception that I mentioned. Misconception, because the Western people wants you to think that, I've spent sleepless nights about I think a few months thinking about this thing. Say, what is the difference between thinking inside the box and outside the box? There's no difference. Creativity can happen anywhere. It can happen in the bathroom. Eureka. That's creativity. But the Western world is focusing on the box. Break the rules. Go beyond the rules. But why are people thinking negatively about thinking inside the box? There's nothing negative about thinking inside the box.
Yes.
Does that answer your question? So you have to rethink, you have to reset your conception about thinking inside the box and outside the box. Because a lot of people wants you to think that inside the box are bad. Don't think inside the box. Break the rules. Go on, break the rules. Thank you. All right. So you're from where, sir? You're from somewhere. Anonymous. I have my colleague here, Mr. Karitito from Institut Baki. He's one of the innovative person. He created e-learning, a lot of system. He's a very innovative person. If you want to talk to him afterwards. Any more questions? All right, if no question. Thank you very much for listening to my rambling and ideas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hamidon. Yeah, we'll move straight.